Slimehouse TV, myself, Theo Kane, just a little quick random video I want to drop because I've heard about this new thing that's coming out, this Hasbro Selfie Series, and I want to talk a bit about it and find out what your opinion is on this thing. Because to me, this thing seems crazy. So basically, Hasbro are going to bring out a line of their most iconic action figures, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, Marvel, Star Wars, all them big hitters, and you can basically scan your head, send it to them on a picture via the app, and they will create it into a toy. They're going to do that this year from what I've read. And maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on anything that I'm saying today. I've only done a bit of research on it. I've not done a ton of deep diving and stuff like that. I only heard about it the day before yesterday, and I thought I want to do a video about it and discuss it with you people that watch this channel. But yeah, basically, I don't know how this is going to work. And I've got a few questions that I don't really know the answers to. So again, I'm going to go through this stuff, but I want to know what your people's opinion is on this. So I've got it up. I'm going to get it up here on my laptop, and we can have a look. First of all, at the trailer, because there's a trailer for it, Hasbro Selfie Series, explaining how they're going to do it and stuff. So we'll watch that first. I might pause it for a while and ask a couple of questions and things like that. And yeah, let's see what you think about it. It's crazy we live in this world now where you can do this thing. You know me, I'm mostly a vintage guy. I don't buy new Hasbro toys, but maybe I'd consider it if I could get a version of myself or my friends and things like that. Even though I'm a toy designer and I could sculpt that stuff and 3D print it, it's not the same. I'm intrigued by the fact that this is a thing that they can do now. Growing up, what figure would you want more than one of yourself to play with all your toys and get lost in that little fantasy world that you used to create in your little childish head? So this is a big deal, I think. I think it's really interesting how they're doing it, but I've got a lot of questions that I'm not sure how they're going to pull off certain things, how they're going to do certain things, how they're going to separate one from the other. But we'll watch the trailer together and then we can discuss it in the comments below what we think about it.
Hasbro Selfie Series project all started years and years ago when we realized that our fans wanted to become the characters in the stories that they love. Fans are a very social group. They love to celebrate what they love.
Of course we do.
Together, they like to dress up and cosplay their characters, but ultimately they want to be immortalized in plastic, right? Fans just kept telling us we want to become an action figure.
And I've not properly watched this trailer. I watched the first few seconds of it, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch it with you lot. Watch Slimehouse. We'll watch it together. It's a watch along, so I don't know the answers to how they're going to create this technology, other than it's by Foam Labs, so it's going to be some kind of 3D printed tech.
I remember at a con years ago, we did a promo where we said, hey, we'll make the top 5 fans that win this contest into action figures. And it was so huge. People went crazy for that. It wasn't until recently that 2 technologies came into play at once. One is a very simple way to scan someone's face.
Yeah, that's really good. My friend Respect BA was showing me that on his phone. I've just got a new phone that's really good, so I could probably do it pretty easy now. But you download this app and you can just do a rotation with your phone and it scans your head. Awesome. I've not even tried it properly. I've not tried to print it as an STL file or anything like that, but it saves even having to sculpt the likeness of a head, effectively just scanning your head and printing it off on a 3D printer. So I get that. I get that you can do that in-house. If I could probably give me a couple of hours, I could probably figure out how to do that myself in home now with my phone and the app and my printer and stuff like that. So I get that part of it. I get the technology behind it if we were just doing it for ourselves on a small scale.
And then a very affordable way to print.
Look at them 3D printers, massive. Mine's tiny.
And when those 2 things collided, we said, hey, I think the time is now to launch Hasbro Selfie Series.
And so we started pairing up the 2 and looking at that. Brian had chartered us with, how can we get this to market at scale? You hear so much out in the world about something that's made custom for somebody, but it has to be at scale. It can't be.
And they look wicked, they look really good.
To get it at a price point that everybody could partake in. When we first saw the scanning,
they don't look off. They don't look like we've made something and then stuck it on the body of a Power Ranger. It actually looks perfectly integrated.
The materials were improving. All of a sudden, you could start seeing
lots of skin tones
between that prototyping stage into the production.
You'll need a real white, pasty, pale
so
skin tone for my vampiric's fucking head.
There's certain strengths that Formlabs offers that the other vendors do not. The partnership with Formlabs really evolved around the creation of a custom resin, right? So we wanted to have a resin that was only available to us that could
they got their own resin.
All the different skin tones and hair tones that we would be looking to put into an action.
So they're going to be able to make anybody's hair. This is like one of my questions I've got so far. So if you're sending in a selfie and you've got spiky blue hair, are they going to be able to cover that? Are they going to sculpt that specifically just for you? Or have they got, like, I don't know, 500 different hairstyles that they can just choose from, and it's got to be close enough? Look at me, I have very distinct hair. I doubt very much that they've got my hairstyle there sat waiting just in case somebody like me with a weird haircut turns up and says, I want this hair colour and I want it pink. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how they're going to handle that. Is it going to be like a generic create your own character screen, what you have on like a wrestling game or something, where they have lots of different options? But even then, you can like pull the hair longer and shorter, like when you're making a character on Skyrim or Fallout or something like that. One of those games like Elden Ring that has like a lot of customization options when you start, because that's all digital. You can pull it, and are they going to be able to do that for every single individual order that they get? Is there a cap off limit with this? I don't know that yet. Is there a cap off, like we can only do 5,000 of these and then it's done? Do you know what I mean? I know that you can only do it in America, I know that. So if you're wanting one, you're gonna have to get an American friend to sort this out for you and send it to you. So that limits it a bit, but not really, the fact that they're only doing it in America. How many are they going to do? How many hairstyles are they going to have? Are they going to have mine and everybody else's weird hairstyle in the world? Different types of hair? Are they going to have it all? Who knows? That's one of my questions.
Put into an action figure, as well as the quality. We wanted to make sure that we produced a custom figure that matched or was better than what we currently had on the market in a production figure.
It's really a lot of iterative feedback from them when we do come up with a color formulation. Do you like the opacity? Is it too matted? Do you want it to be
Also,
shinier?
what's the gripe with, let's say I order it and I want to be a picky customer and I go, I don't like this, doesn't look like me. They've got the wrong skin tone, they've got the wrong hair color. I don't like it. Like, what's the return policy on this? Is it like if you get it and you don't like it, then bad times? I don't know. That's another question. Again, if you know the answers to any of these, let me know in the comments below. And if we don't know yet, I'm sure we'll find out later on down the line. This is obviously in its infancy and they've only just announced it, so there's not that much information on it yet.
Do you want this color to be darker? Do I need a little bit more red in this one? Together with
and also, I know they're 3D printing this thing. I know I just keep stopping it and asking questions. I know they're 3D printing this thing in like the basic skin tone of like individual human, but then who's going to sit and airbrush the lips and the eyes and the eyebrows? Is that done digitally? Is that done by a computer? I know now that they can 3D print in different colors, like real high-end, high-tech 3D printers can print in all different colors as one piece. And almost a bit like those big scanning photography statues that you used to be able to make. I used to work in a supermarket years ago in like a convenience store to Americans and other people that don't know what a supermarket is, and they had like open days where somebody would come with this like big tent and they would do a 3D scan of you and they would print you into a statue that when you looked really close it was like a bit fuzzy and you could see the layers and things like that. Again, it was technology that was in its infancy, so it didn't look perfect. Are they going to be utilising that technology? Is some poor factory workers going to have to sit and airbrush everybody's individual face? Who knows?
Together with Hasbro, many rounds of iteration, we successfully delivered the colors that they were looking for.
Because they look wicked.
This project had demonstrated this in a very short period of time. If you have a customer with a very strong, clear idea in terms of what the product they want it to be, and pair it with a company like Formlabs with really skilled scientists, we can really create a customized product very quickly and bring it to market.
When we first started seeing the scans come off the Formlabs printers, we knew we had the quality down, we knew we had the skin tones down, we knew we had something there.
10 years ago, 3D printing was not at the place where it can reliably be used in these high value, high customization type of jobs, but we've gotten there. We have now the reliability.
Also, I know again I keep stopping it, like the 3D printing that I do, and I'm doing a whole video on this soon. I've not really talked too much about it. I'm releasing like a figure, it's 3D printed and stuff like that, and we're going to talk about it later on. But it's a UV resin, so it cures in UV light. So once you've got your resin piece and it's finished, you couldn't just take it outside and put it on your windowsill in the window or anything like that, because the more it's in UV light, the more it cooks, and eventually it just like crumbles into like a biscuit. So you have to give it a primer and stuff like that. So are these 3D printed? I know they said they've got their own resin, but it still looks like it's doing it on effectively the same technology of like a home 3D printer, like an Elegoo, a Mars or something like that. So yeah, does it get primed after? Is it a kind of resin that only needs to be cured once? Is it not a UV cured resin? I don't know. Geeky talk about toy making.
That we can participate in manufacturing. Where 3D printing really shines is making one-of-a-kind products. From one customer to the other customer, making small or large deviation in what exactly they want the part to look like.
Mass personalization is kind of interesting, and the way I look at it is, to the fan, we're delivering one figure. You know, there's nothing mass about it, right? It's that bespoke figure.
And another really weird thing is like the aftermarket of these. Obviously, a lot of people get stuff and then eventually they sell it. Like nobody's going to want to buy a one-off of this guy, Rookie. Why would they want to buy him? They don't know him. It's like an actual person that's made a toy of themselves. But then at the same time, that's like a one-off piece. That's one-off bespoke piece. There's only one of them in the entire universe that's the exact same as that. Even though it might have similar hair, the same hair plug of another toy, the actual face is of one guy, Rookie. So do you want that? Does this make the collecting market now where you're like, look, I collect everything Ghostbusters. I effectively want every single Ghostbuster that's ever been made, including the random Selfie Series people that I don't know. Is the Selfie Series going to be something that in 10 years time is super sought after and people are spending a lot of money on it, or is it a case of this devalues the market? Who knows? There's all these questions.
In the costume that you want, with the hairstyle that you want, with your face on it. So you are becoming that action figure. Formlabs has
But it's
really
awesome, let's
allowed us
admit it.
to
If they
do
can pull it
mass
off, it's awesome.
personalization in a scale we never could even imagine a few years ago.
Without customers like Hasbro, we're not getting pushed to really the frontiers of what's possible with our technology. With 3D printing, you have the ability to
Looks like UV resin to me.
What you're shipping to customers, and that's very valuable.
Hasbro's
Because effectively what you would do is you would print that and then you have like one of the, I'm trying to show something that's not an exclusive. Everything I've got here is an exclusive, so I can't show it you. But you end up with like something that's made of resin that you then take a cast of and then you pour or injection mold it into it or anything like that, and then you get like your actual piece. Normally the UV piece is just the prototype that you have to either then prime and paint so that it doesn't get UV damage, or then you make a cast of it, and they look like they just come straight out and you can stick them on the top of a Power Ranger or a Ghostbuster.
Delivering these great experiences, personal experiences, to anybody who wants them. And that's what Formlabs is partnering with us and allowing us to do. It's what sets Hasbro apart from our competitors. We have to find ways to do things differently, to respond to trends, to fashion, to
Optimus Prime in the background.
The consumer, the kids, and the
I know the outline anywhere.
And be sure that we have products that compel and delight them. And I think what Hasbro Selfie Series is allowing us to do is have that ultimate relationship. It's the beginning of many opportunities that we'll talk directly with those fans and deliver the experiences.
But yeah, they do look awesome.
Asking us to make.
So these are my questions, that some of the things that I've gone through. Then also, let's say you've got like a very distinct face. You've got a very distinct face. You've got a distinct birthmark on your face. Are they going to airbrush that on? You've got tattoos on your face. I know dudes with tattoos on their face. I know chicks with tattoos on their face. Like, are you gonna be able to do the tattoos? Is there a limit to how much detail that they're gonna put into it? Now, I understand if it was some kind of like 3D scan photo that they kind of wrap around the plastic, it wouldn't matter if you've got tattoos or whatever. It would be whatever clarity the photo picks up, it would just wrap it around the head. But it doesn't look like they've done that. So that's another thing that I'm interested in. Also, is there anything that they won't do? Let's say some white supremacist dickhead has got a swastika tattooed on his face and he wants to be a Ghostbuster. Are they going to say, no, we're not doing that? Or then where's the cutoff point? Who do we do and who don't we do? Is there a yes and a no? What if you've got one arm? You're like, I've got one arm. I want my character to have one arm. I don't want to be a character that has two arms when I was born with one arm. There's all these mad questions that I keep floating around in my head, and they might be questions that nobody else has thought of, or they might be questions that people think are stupid. But I'm very interested to know how they're going to do it. And like I said, I've not done too much of a deep dive on it. People that watch this may have done way more of a deep dive than I am. But I had a look last night, and in order to sign up for this, I know it's like it's an exclusive thing. They're not running it indefinitely. It's got like a time limit on it. And in order to sign up for it, you have to download the app, and it's US only. So I know that it's US only. So I don't even know if I could get the app on my phone. I'd have to get someone in America to get it on. I have not tried yet. I'll have a try and then I'll see. But and then the mass scale of it, like people with different hair colours and things like that, how are they going to mass produce these? Is there a cut-off limit that we're only doing a certain amount? Is it more of an experiment thing? And also the price point looks really cheap. I think the price point when I saw it was like less than $30. So for like a one-off custom action figure, like how long does it take to make one person's face for them to only charge $30 for it? And maybe I've got the price wrong. I should have probably done more research before I looked into it. I did some research last night, but then it's like it's left my brain already. I can have a quick look now. Hasbro Selfie Series. It was on my phone as well. Maybe on a laptop it'll come up a bit different. Hasbro Pulse. Let's see what they're saying. I'm in United Kingdom. See, if I put United Kingdom, it might not even come up that I can do it. Doesn't look like when I search Selfie Series under United Kingdom that it even lets me do it. Let me go back and pretend that I'm an American. Let's lie to Hasbro. I might not be able to now. I'd have to change my IP and do all that bullshit. Selfie Series. There you go. See, this is coming up with American dollars, so you think it would think I'm American. Hasbro launches the Selfie Series. I don't want to like look on Hypebeast and go through all these websites or anything like that. So let me know like what you found out about this. As I said, this is not an informative video. I'm not here trying to like give you information and facts. I'm as confused and interested and intrigued as anybody else that's looked into it. And like I said, even though I could scan my own head and print one off and put it on a body and stuff like that, it's not the same as like actually having an official one from Hasbro. So I would definitely, if I could, get one of these sent of myself, not because I'm vain and I want myself as an action figure, just because I'm very interested in the technology and that we live in a world now where this is even a possibility, that they can do it with 3D printing and stuff. I've just got questions that I'm not sure how they're going to do it. And how they're going to produce it on such scale, and again, like how they're going to get everybody's individual features right, because it's all right getting someone's skin tone and basic facial features and a very simple haircut sorted, but what about the people that are different and not like your average looking person and don't have the same, like what if you're a person that's got all piercings in their face and stuff? Are they going to be able to do that? Where's the cut-off limit from what we can do and what we can't do, what we will do and what we refuse to do because it's offensive or something like that? I'm interested to know. So if you're as interested as me in this Hasbro Selfie Series, let me know in the comments below. And if there's anything that you think that you've got the answer to any of the questions that I've asked, again, let me know in the comments below. And I'd love to know what you think about it. So in the meantime, I'm Theo Kane. This is Slimehouse TV, just a quick video. Don't forget to check out the Patreon and binge the back catalogue and all that other stuff. And in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next video. I'm gone. Pow.